So if you don't watch the NBA, you probably don't know. Anthony Davis, he was on the Lakers for a while. He got traded to Dallas for Luka Doncic. Um, Now AD has done interviews pretty much stating that he didn't want to play the five. He wanted to play the four. That way he could help out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because for him it would be easier because he could pretty much help the guards on like defensive assignments instead of having to worry about the bigs because he's not a traditional big, but he is one of the best two ways in the world. I will say that.
I'm gonna be brief with this video, but Jeanie Buss has called out Anthony Davis, and one thing Anthony Davis complained about over the course of time, no matter who the coach was with the Lakers, or whether it was Vogel, Darvin Ham, you name it, he always found himself playing a lot of minutes at the five.
Yep,
And
just like I was saying.
made it known he was comfortable at the four, and he's been vocal about that several times. But Jeanie Buss has called him out about that, and we're gonna look at it just a month after the Luka Doncic trade. Sending Luka to LA and sending AD to
Which
Dallas,
is
which AD said was blindsided by, and he even called LeBron like, "Man, look, you know anything about this?" Because I think he felt secure knowing as long as LeBron was there, he was gonna be there. But that
And this is the thing, right? When the Lakers first brought AD on, they did it with the intent of eventually giving him the keys to the kingdom, right? That was the whole point. They talked it up as if LeBron was going to eventually pass him the keys to the kingdom, and they were going to do everything through AD. But they never got there. For whatever reason, they never got there. It was LeBron's team the
that
whole
wasn't
time.
the case. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna check out Anthony Davis saying just a week before he got traded, that they need another big, and then we're gonna look at Jeanie Buss' response. Let's peep.
Satisfied with the roster? Do you feel like you guys need some more here?
I think we need another big. I feel like I've always been at my best when I've been the four. And having the big out there, we know it worked when we won the championship with JaVale and Dwight. I'm at the five and I'm at the
That's a
four.
good point. It's a good point.
So that was AD just about a week before the trade. That was what he was voicing at that time, and he's kind of standing on that. So Jeanie Buss, she says Anthony Davis wasn't happy in LA, is what she's coming out and saying. She says, we have lost the last 3 years in a row to the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs, and we really didn't have anything that was going to look different going into the playoffs again. Anthony Davis was complaining about where he was being played, and he wasn't happy. So I think this was a positive for both teams. They got what they were looking for. We got what we were looking for. And, AD.
And this is pretty much what. Yes, right? Franchise-wise, the Lakers got what they wanted, right? Because when the Lakers picked up Anthony Davis, I want to say he was like 26, maybe 27, 28. So he's been on the Lakers for a while, right? He's 31. He got plenty of years ahead of him, right? I don't think the Lakers really cared about title contending this year, right? What they're more worried about is the future of their franchise versus Dallas. Dallas wants to win now, right? Yes, theoretically, it's a win for both teams. We saw what AD can contribute to the Dallas Mavericks when he's out there playing. So, yes, in theory, right? It's a good trade for both teams, but when it comes to the fans, at least, it wasn't a good trade, especially for the Mavericks, because Luka has been there for years, right? The fans have grown accustomed to seeing Luka night in and night out, and when you watch a player like that play for so long, I mean, when I woke up and saw the trade, I honestly thought it was fake news. I really thought it was fake news, but I understood what Dallas was trying to do. But I think it was very risky. What we seen with Luka and Kyrie, the best backcourt in NBA history, and I don't even care about LeBron and Luka. I still think Kyrie and Luka is the best backcourt in NBA history. LeBron and Luka, close second, very, very close second.
They didn't get that parade with the bubble championship and everything. So AD's time with the Lakers, it's gonna be weird how it's viewed because a championship didn't get its proper celebration, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
And with her saying that,
But it was a bubble
AD had been
championship. Like, nobody
complaining,
respects it.
We got what we wanted. They got what they wanted. That's kind of it could be interpreted different ways. Reading it in a paper. Now, I think one thing Anthony Davis underestimated was LeBron would have the say-so
Yep.
of where he was going to spend the rest of his career. But the reason the Lakers didn't make any moves, I kept hearing them say, oh, at this trade deadline, make this move, make this move. They wanted Kyrie 1 year. They wanted all of these players.
And that's another thing. People are saying that Kyrie might go to the Lakers in the offseason. If he did, that would be phenomenal to see him regroup with LeBron and join back up with Luka. That would be amazing. But I don't think that would happen. I think Kyrie's too competitive to play on a super team per se. But if they were to make that trade, that would be crazy.
At different times.
That would be crazy.
At the trade deadline, you hear Paul George's name come up. So many players. But AD was always the piece that they were going to make the trade for to usher in the new
era. Yep.
player that they were going to make the franchise player, right? We just didn't think it would be Luka. We didn't
Yep.
think Luka would become available. But AD, you were always the piece once this thing showed that it wasn't going to continue to produce championships. You were the piece. They're going to hold on to LeBron because LeBron brings so much. He's getting all these milestones, 50,000 points, and still even playing.
And that's the thing, right? The Lakers only care about their franchise, right? So even if LeBron isn't playing good, them having LeBron there, it's a good look for the franchise. That's why they brought in Bronny, right? Bronny's been playing like trash in the actual NBA games he's been in, right? He does play good in the G League, but the G League is the G League. If it was impressive to drop 30 points in the G League, every G League player that dropped 30 points would have a max contract on an NBA team. But that's not how it works, right?
Playing at a very elite level too, but just having LeBron on your franchise, there's no price tag on that, right? But you are expendable, and when
Yep.
Luka came available, to them that was a no-brainer. Now, AD, he has injury history,
Yep.
and Kyrie is injured now. So now they have a whole different problem over there. But yeah, man, I wanted to.
Honestly, it's not even a problem, right? I mean, we know how this works, right? I mean, the basketball season is something that happens every year, right? Yes, this year, because of the trade, there were a lot of major inconveniences, right? But we've seen what AD can do. Let me remind you guys, we saw AD play with the Mavericks.
Show what.
We saw AD play with the Mavericks. Hold on, let me find that video real quick. AD Mavs. We'll watch the highlights. I mean, obviously the highlights are going to be short as hell because he got injured. But let's not forget, bro, we saw the potential this team has. This is why when people keep saying, oh, it's over for this season. But next season, when we're healthy, who's beating us? Who? Let's not forget, we have the one player who can outplay anybody in the NBA on any given day. And we have the best two-way player in the world who can play the 5 if you need it. But he can play the 4 and get way better matchups, right? You can have AD shooting over people. He can post over people. All right, look.
Change a whole lot. He's sensational.
Ew, why is it so pixelated? This is for the people that are asleep on the Mavs, okay? This is for you guys.
PJ Washington back after
Look at this.
PJ and Alyssa.
Look at this.
The birth of their newest. Oh,
Come on, bro.
Now Şengün against Davis. And Şengün got to the body and then a block shot. Şengün got to the body and then a block shot.
Şengün is so talented,
Down the lane, PJ slams it.
but he's more of a streak shooter.
Clement Thompson is a good defender, but there's certainly a mouse in the house situation here as Davis into the waiting arms of Davis for a defensive rebound. Davis on the post up this time. Eason, another good defender. Davis scores. Impactful performance so far for Anthony Davis. Thompson gambled going after it.
Look at that, bro. Look at that.
Putback jam. And how is that?
And this is against the Rockets. The Rockets are a good team this year.
For a first 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Mavericks have lost 108-102 and 110-99 in 2 games against the Houston Rockets.
Look at that.
4-3.
Come on, man.
Stretches per game as well.
What big man hitting threes like that besides Jokic, Embiid? Come on. Maybe Giannis. But Giannis is inconsistent from 3.
Still missing Lively the second.
Nice crossover by Şengün. But misses inside. He keeps it alive, however. Got it back. Defended well again. And then Davis.
Good shot.
It's nothing like a motivated superstar. And that's what you're getting with this guy.
Look at
right
that,
here.
bro. There's 3 people in the paint, and he's just backing them
Got him to the
down.
rim.
Nobody wants to smoke with a healthy Mavs team, bro. I'm gonna keep saying it. And this is the Thunder we're violating right now. Look at that, PJ. I need PJ to work on his 3. PJ got to work on his 3 too.
And after multiple opportunities, the first half double-double, just secured his 10th rebound. They doubled
Look at that.
3 across the floor on a
Look at the pass, bro.
That right there was one heck of a Dallas run. And they have their biggest lead of the game. Drive Kyrie.
Come on, man. And there's a lot of people hating, saying, "Oh, Kyrie only scored like 10 points in the first quarter. He's not being aggressive." Kyrie's not stupid, right? He knows that this is Anthony Davis. This is his debut game, right? So he's going to let Davis get all the shine. That way the fans can see that, hey, we may have lost Luka, but we're getting back a monster, right? This guy's a monster. And even after AD got injured, left the game, who won the game for the Mavericks? Kyrie. So it's like, what are these analysts talking about, man? I hate NBA analysts, but I really do.
Going on with this Maverick team, Nico knew both of those guys.
Here's a 3-pointer for Davis on the money. Exum picks it up. They could
And
go
the
2
West,
for 1.
the West has so many good teams that could be contenders when they're at 100%. And even the East got like 3-4 good teams that could definitely contend and give you a bang for your buck. Look at that. Boom. Right in the paint. Right in the paint.
Under 4 to play, third quarter. Mavs up by 5. Marshall. Rinse and repeat.
See? I know y'all see that. Putting in that work. I think Anthony Davis is going to be way happier playing next to Kyrie. There were rumors that they were supposed to play with each other, well, on the same team. When Kyrie was on the Nets, there were rumors about that. About the Nets were supposed to trade for AD. It just never worked out. But yeah, man, I don't know what they expect, man. I really don't.